You're telling me these guys killed Chihiro father and managed to grab all of the enchanted blades and escape in less than 10 seconds? 10 seconds?
You don't know how to use your power. Let me show you.
What's up, y'all? We just got the latest chapter of Kagurabachi Chapter 79. And yo, this chapter was hot, but they did do one thing that I expected them to do, and it really pissed me off. Other than that, this chapter was a straight 10 out of 10, man. We get to see your boy Uzume go in, and yo, this dude is quite impressive, man. He's quite impressive. And from what I've heard, the man ain't even used his sorcery abilities in this chapter. That's insane. The dude ain't used no power, no magic, no abilities, just straight raw skills, man. We about to get into it, man, but there's one thing I gotta point out before we get into it, and you know, we about to talk about it as the chapter go on, but I just gotta talk about it right now. I knew they were gonna nerf your boy. Yeah, I knew they were gonna find a way to nerf your boy Hakuri because he was too overpowered, yo. The dude had 2 sorcery abilities. Like, imagine if this kid got an enchanted blade. Like, it would be next level. And I'm really curious, if he did get an enchanted blade, will it take both of his sorcery abilities away or only one? That's the question I need answers to. Let me know in the comment section. But I knew they was going, I knew they was going to nerf him. Hey, yo, and it's crazy because the way they nerfed him isn't out of character or it doesn't feel like an ass pull for the sake of the story, because Hakuri, from what we've seen since we've been introduced to the character, he's always been a guy who's been longing to be a hero. He's always been a guy who's been trying to prove his worth. So doing all he can at the cost of losing his powers is just in his character. So I get it, but at the same time, man, it's like, yo, damn, why they nerf my boy, man? Hey, yo, look, he better come back. He better find a power up at some point in the story, maybe towards the end. You can keep him weak for a little bit, but yo, we gotta get into it, man. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell, you know what I'm saying, for all notifications. Let's get into it, man. So the chapter starts off where you got Hakuri. He's waking up and he's asking right away, like, yo, what can I do to help? Like I said, this man will do whatever it takes to prove or to be useful to anybody that he considers to be a friend. And you got to where, you know, he meets Mr. Kudo. Kudo says, like, yo, we need you to take, you know, this the enchanted blade that the Soka group is after to a different location, to your storehouse. We need to get you to this sword so you can transport it there. And it makes sense. It's a smart idea. He said, imagine the Soka group is after this sword as well as the sword master. Now, I'm curious to see how talented the sword master is without his sword. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, your boy Samurai, he's doing dope shit. You know, Yodu, he did good shit before he got taken out. Chihiro as well. I'm curious to see how good the sword master, seeing how his name is the sword master, how good he is without his enchanted blade. Like, yo, is it something that the Ahsoka group will be able to do? Because it'll be amazing to see them break into the room, go after the sword master, and they're using their sorcery abilities, and then he just looks at them and like, sorcery, and then just wipe them all out. That would be some goated shit to see, man. I don't know, man. That'd be something I would really love to see. But you got it where your boy Kudo explains to Hakuri what type of situation he's in, because he overused his powers and his abilities so much. You know, his powers now are a bit weakened. They're not as strong as they were before, and they don't even know how efficient they are because he has yet to use them since he's awakened. And you have it where the Kudo dude goes to apologize. He says it's their fault because they should have never put him in that position. Damn right, yo. Every one of you guys at this organization is at fault for this shit, because, yo, y'all put him in here knowing he just came from that amazing battle in the last arc against his father, and, you know what I'm saying, with the storehouse, and you're gonna put him in a situation where he's forced to utilize his powers without fully recovering from the previous battle. Like, yo, what kind of intelligence is this organization running? Like, yo, I don't want to talk about it. I'm just mad they nerfed my boy Hakuri. Bring him back. But anyway, to full power. But anyway, you got it where he explains the plan. He says, yo, we got to get out of here. You know, the Ahsoka group is breaking into the building, and then you have it where they actually go to the Ahsoka group as they're breaking into the building. So if you take a look, one of the men amongst the 3 people who are breaking in is the killer, is one of the killers that took down Chihiro's father. And I wonder how Chihiro would feel if he found out that one of the sorcerers that was behind his father's death was actually out in the open. I feel like he would go straight to him. He'd probably be like, look, Samurai, I gotta go. Your daughter's over there. Please don't hurt her. I gotta go. I'm pretty sure that's what your boy Chihiro would do, just because, you know, he says he live and die for vengeance. But, you know, granted, he's changed a lot since that first opening chapter. But anyway, you got it where this Ahsoka member is walking in. He's wearing the samurai armor. He looks dope as hell. And you have it where he has 2 people with him that aren't, you know, part of the group. They're just, you know, guns for hire. And it turned out that these 2 guys, they're brothers. They had a normal life, but for whatever reason, these guys just went insane and they killed 11 people that used to work for this organization. And these guys just like killing. I mean, they're just those type of guys, you know, no motive or nothing, just love killing. You even have it where they're like, yo, don't worry about the payment. We don't care about the enchanted blade. We don't care about the sword master. We just want to run rampant. Like, we just want to go in. And it's crazy to think that they got these dudes like that. And you look at the office of the organization that they're breaking into, right? You know what I'm saying? The government office. And you got these people in the office saying like, yo, they're not really fit for combat. They're trying to minimize casualties, so they're trying to hide using the shield that the barrier that the one guy's putting up. And out of all these people, you got this one guy, and he's speaking about how valuable he is to the company, to the organization. And you have it where he's like, but the 2 people they hired, you know, that the Ahsoka group hired to come in as hired guns, that group, those 2 brothers, finished his nephew. They killed his nephew. His nephew wanted to be just like him. He admired him so much, he joined the organization, said he's going to protect the country just like his uncle. Very understandable, very noble, and whatever the case may be. But the nephew ended up dying to these 2 brothers when they took out the 11 people. He was one of those 11 people. Now, what makes it sad is you have it where this officer says like, yo, they should be safe as long as they don't show any hostility within this barrier. They shouldn't be detected by these guys. But you have it where, you know, one of them right off the bat, he's a sensory type, I'm guessing. And he's like, yo, you know, there's some people hiding, 23 people to be exact. And you have it where the guy was preparing to fight because he's like, yo, I gotta avenge my nephew. You know what I'm saying? I gotta look for this opportunity to avenge my nephew. But then he realized like, yo, that he's outclassed. He realized just how powerful and how threatening these 2 brothers are. And he kind of get frozen with fear. And then you have it where the 2 killers, one of them says like, yo, oh nah, these guys are weak, man. They're not even worth our time. We're not gonna kill them. Now, I'm not saying they're good people because they said that. It just shows that they won't go hurt a person if they don't consider it to be a challenge. It seems like they just want something to test their existence in this world. So they're like, nah, we're not gonna fight them. And then you have it where the officer, which is a really sad moment, he has a bit of relief because he knew he would suffer the same fate as his nephew. And I feel like that right there was worse than death, because he's going to be taunted by that forever now, because he had a chance to fight on behalf of his nephew, but he backed down because of fear. And when they chose not to fight him, he was relieved. I would like to see more of this character, to see how his development goes after this moment right here. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I just think that was a dope moment. But anyway, you got it where, you know, these 3 people, the Ahsoka group member as well as the other 2 brothers, make it to the elimination grounds, and you have it where Uzume is waiting there for him. And he's standing there looking dope as hell. Like, yo, the dude has an emotionless face right now. No expression whatsoever on his face. You got it where the 2 brothers are looking like, yo, okay, this should be a good challenge right here. You got one of them throwing out a move called Yellow Chains, while the other one is throwing out needles with, it looked like needles with flames coming from the back. And of course, you got it where Uzume is like, yo, okay, they're pretty fast. He manages to jump up even while he's wrapped in chains. He jumps in the air to avoid the spikes that hits the ground. You got it where the 2 brothers are closing in on him, and you got it where Uzume is just looking at him like, okay, these guys aren't the real threat. He's not even paying them any mind. Even while he's shackled by these guys and fighting them, he's not even paying them any mind. He's looking at the one guy in the armor, the guy who's part of the Ahsoka group. He's like, yo, that guy right there was part of the group that took down Chihiro's father. He said it took 10 seconds for Shiba to get there, to get to the area. I didn't even know it was that short of a time frame. 10 seconds. And these guys did it in less time than that. So we don't know the exact time. We just know it's anywhere between 9 and 1 seconds that they were able to eliminate Chihiro's father, which is insane. But then it, you know what I'm saying, you have it where Uzume starts paying attention to the battle at hand, and he punches one of the brothers dead into the face. You got the other brother shouting for his brother, as you know what I'm saying, your boy Uzume uses sheer power to take these guys down. And then the next thing you know, you got the samurai who's wearing, well, not the samurai, you got the Ahsoka group member who's wearing the samurai armor just staring at Uzume, and Uzume staring at him. And you see that Uzume punched one of the brothers so hard that the man head was gone. The man head was gone. That's insane. And then you got it where Uzume says, like, yo, you know, all threats must die here, you know what I'm saying? As he looks at, you know, the guy who took out, you know, Chihiro's father, saying like, yo, we finally meet. And it seems as if Uzume himself is a little upset about it. I'm very curious about how close Uzume was with Chihiro's father. I mean, if they did mention it, I don't quite remember. And I don't think their relationship is as close as Shiba's relationship to Chihiro's father was. But then it actually showed Kudo as well as Hakuri running in the direction of the enchanted blade, and that's where the chapter ends. This was an amazing chapter. Amazing, like so many great moments. Like I said, my only gripe about it is that they happened to nerf my boy Hakuri, but we don't know to what extent he's been weakened, because like Kudo said in this chapter, it hasn't been confirmed how much you can actually still do with your powers yet, because you were unconscious. So we're just gonna have to wait on that. But the fact that these guys took down Chihiro's father in less than 10 seconds is insane. And then the fact that we got Uzume in this chapter beating 2 of these guards down with no sorcery abilities, just pure strength. That's it. Oh man, I'm looking forward to the next chapter, man. The only thing about the next chapter I'm gonna hate is I'm gonna be at work when it released. But you know what I'm saying, all in all, man, this chapter was amazing. Solid 10 out of 10. Curious to hear y'all thoughts on this one, man. Like, yo, damn, what was the best part to y'all? And is it just me, or how do y'all feel about the part with the officer who had a chance to get revenge and then get kind of like choked up? What do you guys think about him? I'm curious to hear y'all thoughts about him. Let me know down in the comment section below, and I will catch you guys in the next one, man.